Rental sleepers and personal warehouses are growing in popularity thanks to the comfort and elbow room they offer ice anglers of all ages and physical abilities. Let's join John on Minnesota's famous Upper Red Lake as he shows us how mixing mobile tactics with a permanent base camp can help you catch more fish on every trip.
I miss him.
He's going to hit it again right away. Look at that. Holy
yeah,
smokes.
We got him that time.
It's a good one too, isn't it?
Oh yeah, the big boys are starting to find their way out here now.
That's awesome. Let me get this transducer out of here for you. There you go, buddy.
This one's actually going to make me pay attention.
It looks like a good one. That's why I was helping you out a little bit there. Oh yeah. Look at that. That's how you like to start a morning, huh?
I'll take it. Mm-hmm.
Tell you what, this is one of those really neat situations we're in. Jeff and I spent the night in a Red Lake remote sleeper. We're up here on the north end of Red Lake, and a good friend of ours, Johnny Petrowski, runs a guide service out here and a sleeper service. So we spent a night in sleeper, and we just whaled on fish all night. But one of the things you got to know about when these guys set those houses up is they set them up in areas that are going to be the most productive at that super low light period, right through the night and then till early in the morning. And we're just getting into late morning now, so what we did is we got out of that sleeper house. We're going to go back there later today and we're going to kick them again. But we knew we could come out here, get a little bit portable, chase some fish around, and all we've done is gotten out off the structure a little bit, gone out and set up a portable house and started chasing them around out here during the day. We'll show you a whole bunch about how you can do that throughout the day, but that right there is a great way to start, isn't it?
I think so.
Good job.
Hang on to that one?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay. You know what I think is one of the really great things about the whole sleeper house, going out, getting these big rentals, the whole family. Everybody can come along, mom can come, the kids can come, and then so there's a couple of hardcore fishermen like us. We want to get up early in the morning and venture out and do a little bit of fishing. They can stay, they can sleep in or relax or entertain themselves any way they want to. It's a perfect way to get the whole family together, all doing the same thing, but not all having to be hardcore about doing it.
Yeah, and I think to even add to that, it's so easy to get out and go fishing that way. You don't have to own all the equipment. You know, there's guys in these other sleeper houses around us this morning that they've been in the sleeper house the whole time. They showed up yesterday and they've never left that house, and they're catching fish. They're having a great time, and or you can do like what Jeff was saying. We just took off this morning. We didn't come far. We just came maybe a quarter mile away from our shack and set up on a totally different spot, and we'll fish here for a while, and then we'll wander back over there around lunchtime, and you can cook lunch, do whatever you want to do.
Here comes one. Here comes one. There. Oh, I got that one.
Got him?
Yep, that feels a little better too. Yep, that's more like it.
Look at that.
I'll take it.
Oh, he did everything.
Look at that one. He's got it. Wow. He's got that Walleye talker all the way down in his.
Here, take your.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that.
Here you go.
Okay, you know what's interesting? For us, even though we've got a really comfortable sleeper house, and it's not that far away, but for us to be able to get out and strike off that main structure, they've got the houses set up where you can count on the fish to come up in the evening time, or early in the morning, right up on the main structure. I'll hand that off to you. We've got a little blood going there.
We'll put them right outside.
For us guys, all we have to do is move off of that main structure a little bit. These fish are coming out from these little rock piles and humps, points and things like that, and they move across these flats, and they don't have to go real far. We didn't have to move maybe a quarter of a mile, and just to get into fresh territory, when those fish come up on that structure and feed, and they leave, that doesn't mean they're done feeding. They're still eating, and they remember being on the feed. They just come out, get on the flat. We're kind of finding them now as they move back towards deeper water. So they're still biting, we can still catch them, but what we're doing is staying away from those areas that have been pressured a lot. There's been lots of fishing pressure on top of those houses, and they can't move them every day because there's people in them. So it takes a little while to adjust. So all we're doing, make a little move, get out on a flat, find some fresh fish.
There he's got him. He just came up with me, and Jeff, he just sucked on it, kept coming, kept coming. I think he's all right, too. Oh, yeah.
There's a nice one.
Yeah, he's an eater. We'll get him out there. Look at that, boy, that fish, he just kept coming, though. And it was funny because it's a little bit different today, and I want to show you the bait that I'm using, but it's a little different today. We've had a couple days here where we've been up here fishing over in that sleeper house, and walleyes like this, they've been coming in and they've been just attacking. And you know, one of the things that changes is you look around today, it's a whiteout. I mean, it's snowing. All of a sudden, it's darker down there on the ice. Everything's changing a little bit right now. And what's happened is these fish just aren't attacking quite as hard. So here's what we've done. Let me just set this fish over here, and let me show you what we're using. Because Jeff and I are using the same thing today, and it's been just the most deadly thing that we've come up with. This is the Walleye Talker from Lindy. It's brand new this year, and what's really cool about this is it's got glass beads, and then it's got brass discs and a weight right in the center. So what this thing does is with those glass beads in there, I like to call it like a crushed glass. If you really look at it close, you can see through these beads, and it's really neat because a minnow down there is giving off different flashes and different color hues, and you're going to get that with this. I mean, this really looks like a perch. But then the other thing you get is you get this rattle that's kind of a tick, 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 and walleyes absolutely love that. And that's because of those glass beads. There's really nothing like it out there. But one of the things you can do with it that I think is so cool is what I did right there. You can work these things really aggressively, and you can make a lot of noise down there, and you can make the thing up and down and fall sideways like a wounded bait fish, or you can do what I did there. I just got real subtle, and I'm just bouncing it like this, and it's still making that little bit of noise. And when I lifted that thing up, that fish didn't smash it. He just came up and grabbed it. He was that comfortable with it. So you can fish it a lot of different ways. And that's one of the things you got to do. I mean, no matter what time of day you're fishing, no matter what kind of conditions you're in, things are going to change, and fish are going to bite a little more aggressive or a little less aggressive at any given time. So remember that with any of these baits, especially these baits like this Walleye Talker that are an aggressive style bait, slow it down when those fish aren't biting as hot and heavy, and you'll get more bites. There. Look at all that fish is just sitting below that. Just sitting right below me. And just looking, boy, it just utterly amazes me how you'll have days where the fish, they'll just come out and drill it, and then you'll have other days where they'll sit and look at you like this. Look at, there he is. Just sucked on it. Look at him.
Get him, John.
He can't decide. He let go of it. Oh, there he is. He let go of it, and then he grabbed it again, but boy, just not drilling it hard. But look at that. Another great eater walleye. Look at that fish right there. Man, that's just awesome. I'll tell you what, I think some days it's almost just as fun when you got to do what we're doing today. I mean, there's nothing easy about figuring out how to make these fish bite today. But when you know, we talked about it earlier, you look around outside, there's a weather change going on. There's a lot of things happening here. And the light change that's happening versus the last couple of days, we've had some higher skies the last couple of days. So really what you just got to do is keep working through different things, keep working through different baits, work those baits differently, and I'll tell you what, you can get after fish like that all day. Just stay portable. That's awesome right there.